Number 10. Murim Login. Jin Taekyung is a low-rank hunter who picks up a VR machine and accidentally logs into the game, which is set in the world of martial arts. After many ups and downs, Taekyung is able to escape from the game world. The strength and skills which he received in the Murim game world were able to be carried over back to the real world. This allows him to continue making a living as a hunter. But he decides to return back to the world of Murim, out of care for his NPC friends. Number 9. Lightning Degree. Yu Yun lost his father to a disease when he was only 10 years old. With the skill he learned from his father, he could carve wood into wonderfully intricate sculptures. One day, after completing the sculptures of his parents, Yu Yun was greeted by an elderly man who was impressed by his sculptures. The old man saw promise in Yu Yun and asked him if he would like to become his disciple. As Yu Yun had nowhere to go and wanted to make the most of his life, he accepted the old man's offer. Number 8. Nano Machines. After being held in disdain and having his life put in danger, an orphan from the demonic cult, Cheon Yo-woon, has an unexpected visit from his descendant from the future, who inserts a nano machine into Cheon Yo-woon's body, which drastically changes Cheon Yo-woon's life after its activation. Number 7. Return of the Mad Demon. The Mad Demon, Jaha Lee, dreams of becoming the god of martial arts. Unfortunately, his dreams are dashed after he falls off a cliff while running from the demonic cult for stealing the Jade of Heaven. Yet this is not the end for Jaha. He awakens from the fall to find himself back in his 20s. With his knowledge of the future and of martial arts, he now has a chance at revenge and at getting life right this time. Number 6. Legend of the Northern Blade. When the world was plunged into darkness, martial artists gathered to form the Northern Heavenly Sect. With the help of the Northern Heavenly Sect, people began to enjoy peace again. However, as time passed, the martial artists began to conspire against the Northern Heavenly Sect, and eventually caused the death of the sect leader, Jin Kwan-ho, destroying the sect with it. As everyone left the sect, Jin Kwan-ho's only son, Jin Myu-won, was left behind. Myu-won has never learned martial arts, but he finds the techniques secretly left behind by his father and begins to acquire the martial arts of the Northern Heavenly Sect. Number 5. Chronicles of Heavenly Demon. In an ancient world where martial artists reign supreme, Seong can only watch his master get brutally beaten to death, after a false accusation of practicing forbidden demonic arts. Even after a valiant fight, he fails to kill those responsible and faces his own end. But fate has other plans. Instead of taking his last breath, he awakens as a child, training to be an elite soldier of a demonic sect. Number 4. Return of the Mount Hua sect. The 13th disciple of the great Mount Hua sect. One of the greatest third-generation swordsmen. The Plum Blossom Sword Master, Chung Myung. After defeating the heavenly demon who brought destruction to the world, also died, and was reincarnated 100 years later. The Mount Hua sect was in decline, so he decided to bring back to its former glory as one of the 10 most prominent sects. Number 3. Volcanic Age. Ju Seo Cheon, a man who survives the Age of War through sheer luck and becomes Hwasan faction's elder, only to live a life full of regrets and doubts. He then lies on his deathbed waiting for the inevitable, as everything fades to black, but instead of dying he returns back to his younger self. Number 2. Doctor's Rebirth. Jin Cheon-hee died from a civil war attack and transmigrated into the novel he finished reading, The Supreme Demon King. After displaying his impressive, otherworldly surgery skills, he is taken in by the White Dragon Godly Doctor and becomes his disciple. Number 1. Peerless Dad. No Ga Jung has led the life of a warrior ever since he remembers, isolated from the world and illiterate to top it all, until he meets a beautiful woman who steals his heart. He marries her and they live a life of bliss, and she gets pregnant with his children. Against all odds, she unexpectedly dies during childbirth, leaving No alone with their newborn triplets. Desperate, saddened, but not broken, No swears to the heavens that he'll become an exemplary man to raise the invaluable treasures his wife left him.